Show live. So while I comment, I'll be reading your comments in the chat and we'll be doing this together. You get me? That's what I mean. Any questions? Also put them in there.
Pérez Show
Any comment?
live.
Do that.
So while I comment, I'll be reading your comments in the chat and we'll be doing this together. You get me?
I don't know why I keep doing this. It's like every time I go live, I'm like, why am I hearing myself in the background? What it is that I do is that I put the screen up so that I can make sure that it is live. So I know, so I can see myself, right? To make sure. And to make sure you can hear me. You get it. And yet I don't understand why I forgot to just click the mute. Right? Turn the volume down. Anyway, hope everybody's doing well. Hope you're feeling good. And number one, don't let the media get to you. Because look at what happened with, obviously I got a list of things to talk about today, but I'm going to be really quick. I'm going to do my rant, but I'm going to do it real quick, just sweet and to the point. Just because I want to know if anybody else is thinking like the way I'm thinking about this kind of stuff. Or at the very least, I'm thinking, am I the only one that kind of thinks this way? Because I'm listening to everyone out there, including my own circle of friends. And I'm coming to this point where it's like, did you think about this? Did you think about that? And then you know what? I'm like, let's open this discussion and spin it. Because this is the opposite of, because the left said this and the right thinks that. This is the opposite of this. This is not just a regular commentary where I'm going to be judging people. No, but I'm going to point things out for question. And I'll show you like why, what are the cues that I see? How do I decipher what's real and what not? Because like I was saying a minute ago, like the horrible tragedy that happened in Uvalde. So as you know, and if you don't know, let me know in the comments, but every day or every other day, there's more news. There's more information, meaning the truth is coming out. The truth was not the first report of the incident, how it went down. And everyone was like, reacting, which is normal. I get it. We're human. But the media has a responsibility. And I just remember back in the day where they're like, the police officer, the chief, the sheriff would come up and be like, we don't know much right now. We're still investigating it. You know what I mean? And they kept it really like, not much we can say for now, Now everyone's just, these are the reports. This is what's happening. Journalism's gone out the window. So there's no way to believe anything. But of course, you hear horrible news and your reaction is, oh, that's awful, or sad or whatever, if that news is awful, which is why we should even be more careful. And we should make our media accountable because this affects us on a deep psychological way. It affects the way we react in the world, the way we behave with each other. Every little thing matters. Everything starts with a thought, then the word of that thought, then the action to that thought. So I can't stress enough how much we need to take more action towards our words, what we're saying. And I'm not going to get so into the Uvalde thing, but again, how many times do we have to talk about why are we putting these type of stories, giving these mentally ill people what they wanted, the attention. But again, that's not even I'm not even scratching the surface with that subject because again, look at how many times this type of situation happens. The perpetrator, right, is not only mentally ill. How about the fact that they've all been on on psych drugs? Just going to shoot it out there. Because I'm just saying, how many times have we heard that we have a mental illness problem in this country? It's not just this country, it's the whole world. The whole world, especially the Western world, they've all adopted this take a pill for everything. And of course, I'm putting it in a nutshell, okay? So, and everyone out there like, let's fact check. Like, no, well, you said that wrong. You know what? That's why we're doing the live chat. That's why I'm doing this podcast so that you can be involved live, back and forth. And when you hear this on the podcast and you're rewinding and you're listening to it all over again, Go down, go leave a comment, go to YouTube, put a comment there. You know what I'm saying? Not just listening. Share it with your friends. I mean, these are like, again, next story up in line, I should say, is gun control. What about gun control? I mean, the fact that the politicians are milking this like they always do. Come on, we've been around long enough, people, we know that the politicians are horrible creatures. Like they sold their soul. They don't care. So everything they're saying, it's just a game to them. They have your money. They have the power, right? It's like, what do they care? They don't care. We all know that. So why are we, commenting even like on the mainstream media, hence legacy media, corporate media? Why don't we put comments in there? Go ahead and put a comment in there and tell them, like, you know what? I'm tired of you talking about this side and the other side and the politicians, and we're going to ban. Look. All governments, anybody with power wants more power. That's all they want. It's that simple in a nutshell. Okay. All right. And we'll dive into that. But I just want to just go over the top of these main topics and what is the issue? Black Lives Matter. Come on. How much did they help people? How much money that they made, and what did they do with it? Did you guys know? Are you paying attention? Were you distracted with the Johnny Depp Heard trial? I get it. Fine. But the truth is, these people just keep going and going. They're taking all this money and they're doing whatever they want with it, and no accountability. So no accountability. So with all these fact checkers in the world, where's the accountability of these people? These organizations that are scams. So many nonprofits are like that. We've known it forever. But I just feel like everyone's like, oh, he said, she said, that side. It's all messed up. It's all corrupt. And the majority of the people, I consider myself one of them, are hardworking, good people that really love their neighbors, no matter who they are and where they come from. And this is why I don't have a television. I recommend that you get rid of your television 100% and get off cable. Don't even pay these people, not a penny. Absolutely. Want to feel empowered? That's a number one step. That's a fact. When it says, what the eyes can't see, the heart doesn't feel. I mean, every country even has like their version of that, old saying, right? And then, like I said, about the gun control, again, gun control, get this. I swear I can hear government control. That's the problem I'm having. Who are you? And why are you, whatever group you are, telling me how to live my life? If we're all saying my body, my choice, it's the same thing. Again, I'm just grazing through these points, okay? Last but not least for today, or right before, I'm going to look at your comments in the chat and see what else you've got to say and any questions that you have for me. Pick my brain. That's what I'm here for. But, this is just about the truth. The truth shall set you free. I've been saying this for years. I got a lot of trouble. I got a lot of trouble for telling the truth. To this day, I'm very aware that when I tell the truth, I'm not always going to win or be liked. But you know what people always ask me? How do you still smile in the morning? How do you still, no matter what happens to you, you just get up, you keep going? How is it that, a nice piece of toast with, grass-fed butter makes your day? Exactly, people. Exactly, because I don't get lost in the bullshit, in the lies. I'm not going to argue about this. Okay. This to me is the biggest one for the week. Drag queens, which I love, by the way. I've been going to drag queen shows for decades, hence my age, right? And I love them. And I've supported the community. I've always supported the community. I have plenty of friends that are drag queens, that are in the gay community. You name it. Love it. I couldn't imagine a world without them. But taking drag queen and doing like a stripper, where you're putting money in their pockets and you're bringing children to a place that is supposed to be, not, they serve liquor. And so you're not supposed to enter unless you're 21 and over, right? I get it. Let me see. You closed it off. Let's suppose they close it off for the public. It's a private party. in this specific occasion, there's been many happening all over the country, but this one, obviously, in one specific occasion in Dallas, Texas, I believe, there was a sign that said it's not going to lick itself. That's just one thing that I noticed from the video. I'm okay with all that. I'm super open. But why children, 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds? I mean, why would you teach, groom, and I'm not using these words lightly. I know my words very well. I've studied languages my whole life. I've been an interpreter or translator. I know Latin, I know Greek, and I'm telling you, when I use words, I'm very aware. I don't just throw them out there, regurgitate them and repeat them like everyone else is doing constantly, which is normal. I mean, I get it. We're human. But like I said in the beginning of the podcast, words are so powerful, so powerful. And the worst part is when people don't even understand the real meaning. So grooming is prepping, conditioning. Just like the little old man, let's just say the little bad guy, the little pedophile who comes and offers a kid a piece of candy. And every day, to get in his car, for example, could be one time, could be several times. Whatever it takes to get that prey, right? So a kid, what does a kid know about putting money in somebody's underwear? Yeah, do you feel me? This is not about sides. This is about a child is yet understanding what they are yet. Their sexuality still hasn't come in. Hello, the sense of innocence. They can't even conceive it. No, just like they can't conceive Santa Claus, but they believe in Santa Claus. I mean, their brains are very impressionable. I used to be a teacher. They got so many other things to learn and understand. They're not ready. The mind is truly not developed for it. And then on top of it, you're going to just groom them to make them think this is okay. So basically, you're saying that you would love for your child, if you're taking your child to these types of events, you want your child to be a stripper, perhaps. Don't you think that maybe the kid can walk away by thinking that? You know what I mean? Like, oh, that looks like a lot of fun. I want to dress up and I want people to put money in my pocket. Is that what you want? And again, you're teaching the child, the whole thing where it's like, don't, do as I say, not as I do. And we all know it's the opposite. Now, come on. So no matter how much of a modern parent you are, open, progressive, whatever you want to call it, I mean, do your research on really how do children really experience the world? Because just because you're a parent doesn't make you understand, doesn't make you, just because you have a kid, that you understand kids. So I'm giving you guys all the benefit of the doubt, but can somebody take the time to actually to speak to a specialist, a psychiatrist, a therapist, read a couple books about grooming and about children? This isn't about like, oh, you're going to hell, you're a bad person. I don't care. That's typical, right? The one side's like, leave us alone. You're scaring the children because now, mind you, the people that are supposed to be open and progressive in this situation, making these comments in this video, in this specific event in Dallas recently, again, it's like, oh, so don't tell me what to do. And if you do, I'm going to yell at you, insult you, which is also going to scare the children. But somebody questioning you, like, why are you doing this? And isn't this even legal? And there's a reason why we make laws, right? So my whole thing is, I just sat down with a friend the other day who happens to be a gay person. And we talked about it. And I'm like, whatever happened to, like, I'm an adult, and if I want to go see a drag queen, I just go see a drag queen. Whatever happened when you turn 18 or 21 and you can enter a bar and you go see a drag queen? Like, what's wrong with that? I used to love that because I thought this community had a place to express themselves, and no one was going in there yelling at them. No, stop doing what you're doing. You're a pedophile. You're a pervert. You're crazy. You're, demonic. You get what I mean? So why are you making this mainstream and telling kids that people that dress up in a way that it's not even, it's theatrical? I mean, did everybody explain it? Did the kids get little pamphlets? Again, can they really even understand, even if we explain to them that this is a person acting this way for ABC reasons? If it's just pure entertainment. It's the moves that the people are doing, the drag queens in themselves. If they were just singing, they were just all dressed up. But no, they're doing sexually explicit moves, and then the kids are putting money in their pocket. I'm like, really? Really? I mean, for me, I'm all about that community. And yet I don't see how this supports your community. It just doesn't. If there was an art behind it, if there was a coping with it, I thought it was beautiful. I still do. But children, come on. I mean, even the adults that are in the industry, even the adults that are confused or they're, whatever their gender identity is, it's hard enough for them. Imagine the kids. Are these people really thinking that by exposing children in this manner, that they're going to grow up and be more reassured and clear and understood of their gender identity? Or it doesn't work that way. Hello? Why do people act like their parents? I mean, sometimes it's DNA, right? Even if they've been separated at birth. But most likely it's the way you're raised. It's the way you end up acting and the way you end up being for the big chunk. You know what I mean? Until you get out more and you experience life more. And then all the people you hang out with, they kind of affect you and you become a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Life is so complex and it's so beautiful because of it. But things, again, it's like, actually, I just had this thought. It's like somebody forcing me to go to church like my parents did. I didn't like it. I disagree with it. I wouldn't want to force my children to go to church, but I would definitely sit down and explain it to them and ask them if they really want to do this, give them the chance and let them go. I would observe them. How are their reactions? Because in some of these videos, which I don't need to see the video to figure that one out, a lot of kids just wanted to play with their little, Game Boy, Nintendo, whatever. And the parents are like, no, you got to pay attention. So you're really forcing the kids. Some kids acted like, and again, this is just one video. Can you imagine if we have more videos? I'll be on the lookout. And if you find one, let me know, send it to me. And in the meanwhile, I'm going to end this broadcast by saying a few words that go way back. Don't believe the hype. And until next time, have a wonderful day. Much love. And I'll talk to you soon.